Hello everybody, Kwip here, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Trials. And in this week of Trials, we have the map Floating Gardens. Starting right up with weapon suggestions, I would say that most things actually work pretty well on this map. There are a good balance of long-range engagements, short-range, and medium-range. So anything you choose to go with is going to work alright as long as you keep it in your ideal range. I found sniping worked quite well for me because there's a lot of areas where you can get some nice picks and are pretty long range engagements that a sniper is most ideal in. However, you can cover those ranges with like a Clever Dragon Pulse Rifle or a good Scout Rifle as well. And then in the short ranges, shotguns are going to work quite well, and that's what most people that you're going to be going up against are going to be using. However, I used a sidearm and a fusion as well, and they seem to do alright on the map. However, unsurprisingly, in the closer ranges, I'm going to have to give the advantage to shotguns. When it comes to subclass suggestions, for Hunter, I would say that Night Stalker is the best subclass for Hunters to choose on this map. The main reason being Wombo Combo, and specifically Spike Grenades being extremely strong on this map. When you're kind of down below by the bridge, Spike Grenades are extremely effective when throwing them up by this heavy area and also underneath and by the bridge. And there's a lot of walls where you can take advantage of Spike Nades very well, and using it with Wombo Combo will also be very effective. And as always, Shade Step is very effective and good at dodging some grenades and such. Then moving on to Titans, I would say that Sunbreaker and Striker are each solid options. They kind of just differ on how you want to play the map. I'd say if you're spending most of your time more by the bridge, I would go with Striker because lightning grenades can be very effectively used in the same way that I was saying spikes were. But usually you'll only get them tagged with one hit, so you won't get a kill like you can with a spike. But they can be effective in that area of the map. However, if you rush more by the statues each time, I would say Sunbreaker may be the better option, as you can chuck an Incendiary by their opposite stairs and maybe get a pick doing that. And both supers will work pretty effectively on this map for you, so those two are about even. And then lastly, when it comes to Warlocks, just about all of them are going to work pretty well. It's kind of just personal preference on that one. If you're shotgunning, maybe go with Storm. Otherwise, I'd say Voidwalker's probably the best way to go. However, you can always be a Fusion Grenade fiend on the Sunsinger, if that's the way you want to go. Now for some more general suggestions, I would say that it's not the most wise thing to do to go by the steps where the statues are and make that rush, because it's very, very easy to get team naded and team shotted over there. And a lot of times it's just going to screw you over and you're going to get killed very easily. So I'd say it's a better and more smart move to go to the bridge, as you won't be able to get focused fired immediately as you would if you're going towards the statues. Also, if you do end up spending most of your time by the bridge, make sure to kind of watch your sides and by the staircases, because people can get off of radar and be able to see you from quite far away back by their steps, and will be able to get a pick on you if you're not careful on the bridge. And then here is where Cap Point is, up by the statues in this little circle area over here. It's also the same place where Heavy is, and what I like to do for Heavy round is usually go towards the bridge and hop up into the circle area where Heavy is, and start zoning off some of the areas where people can come up to this circle where the statues are. And this works especially well when you're playing Night Stalker, because you can throw a spike on one of the walls and maybe a smoke behind you and have control of the Heavy quite well. And you can use the same strategy with other subclasses by just trying to get into this area and effectively use your equipment to hold people off. But anyway, that's going to do it for my advice on Floating Gardens. I'm not the biggest fan of this map, I'm going to say that right now. It ends up getting quite campy, and especially if you go bridge and the other team goes by the statues, usually it becomes a bit of a stalemate and you each kind of camp at those respective positions. And this map can play quite slow, so if you want to play Trials with me, I'm not sure how much of Trials I'm going to be streaming this weekend, especially because I'm just not enjoying Destiny that much, so I'm probably not going to stream too much Trials this weekend. So sorry if you were looking forward to that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you later.